Hey you guys, what's up? Welcome back. So I had a dream last night, and if I don't have a dream, I have an issue with that. Okay, so I had a dream last night, and there's one specific thing that I did that allowed me to step into my power and to release and cut certain type of like patterns that was still lingering subconsciously. Okay, so in this video, this is what we're going to talk about. And when you start to do the healing work around emotional stagnancy, emotional pain, releasing abandonment wounds, sadness, grief, loss, not feeling good enough, from relationships, constant over and over and over, like it's been a toxic pattern of unhealthy relationships, and even things that you had to learn in your childhood. A lot of things are going to start coming up. You're going to start seeing certain signs and symbolisms that's coming up to assist you, to show you what it is that you're releasing. I'm sorry if you hear background noises. My neighbors, they're this house, look, is not that great, okay, when it comes to having walls that you can't hear through. Like somebody is snoring, I can hear them, okay? Let's just leave it at that. So I apologize in advance, but it's nature. I can't really do nothing about that right now. So yeah, you're gonna start seeing different things come up in your dreams. Let's say if you are releasing a certain pattern in a relationship, a new friend, something may show up that's going to repeat that experience to see if you've learned, if you've evolved, if you could step into your empowerment, if you could step into that healed, embodied state. So y'all, this let's try not to make this too long, okay? Because knowing my behind. Let's just get straight into it. So let me tell you about the dream real quick. The reason why I'm doing this video is because this is to also inspire you, to show you how different ways you're healing, so you don't feel unmotivated. You don't feel like things, maybe if you feel things are not working, you don't know if you actually healed something. I'm gonna show you this is one way that you'll know, and what you can do to release yourself, especially from any type of dreams that feels scary, right? Uh, Maybe I should start it with that. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. If you have a dream, right, and it's you being chased, it's you feeling fearful, it's just you feeling like you are you need help in the dream, right? Like you're being chased or something is happening, someone is strangling you, anything like that. Negative dream, fearful dream, weird dreams. Like I'm gonna show you how you could take your power back in the dream, because sometimes that is your subconscious revealing certain like entities and energies and things that you're clearing out of your subconscious mind, that you probably didn't know was there, right? Or maybe it's been there for a long time, and now the debris, the residuals of it is also being released. Est-ce que nous finissons parler? Okay, right. So they stopped speaking. All right. So let's get to it. So in this dream, because you do have the power, and I want you to know that you have the power of voice, the power of presence, the power of going back into yourself, back to midpoint, okay? Back to your center space, so that you can empower yourself to move and create a life that you want to live, not a life where you're stuck based on certain patterns, certain traumas or pains that your ancestors has gone through, and now you're carrying the torch to clear it away. And it's like, okay, let's put all this down, let's release this, right? So this dream was specifically about abandonment, and this could tie to something that's going into your life right now. And I trust that there's something in here for you that's going to help you to empower yourself, to release yourself. If it resonated with you, maybe it's a confirmation for you as well. In this dream, I was somewhere, okay? I don't know. I was somewhere, because I'm here in Africa, so it probably was that, right? That's what my brain was trying to make me to understand, but that is not really what matters. What matters was what it was trying to teach me. So let me tell you real quick. So in the dream, I was somewhere looking for something. I was getting ready to leave, like to go catch a flight. And every time I turn around to go and look for my suitcase, the suitcase is gone. I'm like, all right, let me go get my notebook. The notebook is gone. I'm like, what? All right, let me go get my book bag. The book bag is gone. And I'm like, what is going on? So I'm like, okay, well, let me leave and lock the door. I didn't have the key in my hand to lock the door. So I was leaving with two young ladies and they went into the car, right? And as I'm about to walk to the car starts driving off. And I'm like, okay, so let me just walk a little faster to get into the car. And I look in the back of the seat, I see one of the girls waving by. And I'm like, what's going on? And then they drove off. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, how they just gonna leave me? So then there was another lady left behind. She lives in the area. She was like, she just kind of like smirked. She was kind of like smiling, smirk. She was like, okay, come with me. So we walked literally just like maybe 20 feet away, right? And there was an older lady there that was beating like a young teenage girl. Not that young. She's probably not even teenage, maybe like 19. Okay. I know that's not specific, but that kind of youthful energy. She didn't look like she was 25, 30, 40. She looked like she was 18, 17, grown, but not quite grown. The other lady looked like she was in her 40s, late 40s, actually, maybe early 50s, like 53, 54, something like that. Anyway, so while I'm coming towards them, the girl is bringing me towards her. She finished beating her, and the young girl walks away. And then there's a door there to inside another building. There's a door, but it's just one step down, right? Automatically, I know that represents subconscious mind, one step down. So now the lady is like, she's gonna, before I even get to see her while she was still beating her, the young lady was like, she's gonna see you after she finished doing what she's doing. I'm like, okay, this is bad awkward. So finally she finished it. The older lady was like, come with me. So all three of us went down one step. And right by that door was another door going somewhere else, but the door was locked. So they closed the door behind us. And I looked at the other door that's going downstairs. There's a coin on the floor. And for me, whenever I see coins, I know that's something spiritual, especially if it's on the floor. Okay, I don't touch the coin. Do not. Okay. So at least for me, you could do whatever you want to do based on your perception, right? Based on your intentions as well, and based on your awareness of other people's intentions as well. Because you are the generator, observer, and destroyer in your reality, you get to make that decision for yourself. For me, I wasn't going to. So after that, I saw the coin on the floor, and then I saw the door unlock itself. Like outside was a big lock bolt. In the middle, it was like unlocked itself, like automatic. Okay, it was automatic. I was like, what the hell? So the door opened. The lady was like, we gotta go down there. And I was like, okay. But she's like, but first we all gotta wash our hands. So we washing our hands. And then all of a sudden I was like, I have to use the restroom. There's like, okay. So I went to the restroom, and then I realized I have my menstrual. I'm like, how do I have my menstrual? So I thought that was interesting. Anyway, so then when I came out, I was about to go downstairs, right? I got to the doorway. I stepped down. They were ahead of me, and I woke up. I was like, what in the world was that? It just didn't, it's just a lot was already weird for me. Okay. There's a lot that was weird for me. So now let me tell you what I did. And this is what you should do. This not no shoulds, because shoulds is like imparting, like I'm telling you what to do. If it resonates, if that's something that is called to your spirit to do, then, go ahead and do that. And the reason why I'm also talking about this is because this is part of the emotional work, emotional release. When you do mental health therapy, when you do, like, you're going to have dreams, you're going to have this, because there's a lot of decoding that is happening that you get to be present to. You get to be conscious. The whole point is for us to stop living unconsciously and step into our life as our soul is expressing more of ourselves in this physical vessel, right? To live consciously, okay? To be conscious of every conversation, everything that you're doing, what you're putting in your body, whatever, right? Anyway, so y'all, this is what I did. And if you feel called to, if you feel inspired to, I'm gonna say that. You like that, right? If you feel inspired to, girl, okay? Homie, okay? My friend, Zamim, Shiri, Dudu. Listen to me, okay? You're good. This is what you're gonna do. I know I'm dragging it. This is what you're gonna do. No, seriously. I decided, I woke up and I was like, nah, I'm going back to sleep. Hold on. I was like, hold up. Hold on. Let me type this real quick. I was like, hold on. Now I'm going back to sleep. I went back to sleep. I went back in the dream. All right. I went back in the dream. I went right back in the dream. I didn't even care about what happened with the car with my belongings. I went right to that scene, right where the lady was beating the young girl. I went right to that scene. And this time, after we did the whole thing, went out, before I even went in, that's why I didn't even go downstairs the first time, because I opened the front door and I stepped outside and I was like, hey, what are we doing? So then the ladies came back up the stairs and stood outside with me. And I was like, what is this about? And the first time I said it, the girl that took me to this lady, she vanished into dark smoke, black smoke. She vanished into, she vanished into black smoke. And I was like, huh. Then I looked at the lady. I looked at it was literally, I swear it was a Matrix moment. You know, after, you remember after Neo was like, after he finished beating up the main guy and went through him and then expanded and then came back out, the first Matrix, and then he looked at the two guys by the elevator, and they looked at each other and they scrammed. Okay, they ran. That, I felt like that's what it was. It's like I looked at that lady and I was like, Then I looked at the other lady, right? And I was like, yo, what is this about? She couldn't say anything. Things started to glitch. Everything was glitching. She was glitching. The ground, the scene, the building, everything was glitching. And then I asked her one more time. She didn't answer. It looked like she was in pain, like she was melting. Okay, she looked like she was really in pain, like Mr. Smith asked, like for real, like she was melting. Then everything froze. Everything froze. It's like I froze everything. I froze the cars that was moving. I froze her. I froze everything. And then I said, you will be dealt with. I called on Ampu and I called on Archangel Michael. They are the protectors. And whoever it is for you, that's what I called. Okay. And good luck. Good luck. That's all I said. And then I caught up to the car that left me. I caught up to the car. They were frozen too. And I got to them and I told them, you will be dealt with. And after I said that, I literally transformed into a white phoenix. Okay. I transformed into a white phoenix and flew above the car. And then I woke up. All right. Now, I was so grateful that I went back into that dream, that I did that, because there's so many things that's happening outside of us, relationship wise. Yes, there's principalities. Yes, there's people that they come, they do certain things into your life. They, whatever pain they're exhibiting, they're mirroring to you is coming from a fear that you have within yourself, right? So you can't sit there and blame everybody for hurting you all day, every day. You're going to keep bringing more people in your life that's going to keep hurting you all the time, right? They're just there to trigger you so that you can pay attention on what it is that you need to release, what it is that you need to clear. And if you are on the spiritual journey to clear, to release, to embody yourself, this is part of the reason why you have certain experiences like that, for you to do that. And it's teaching you sovereignty, spiritual sovereignty. It's teaching you emotional sovereignty, so that you could be in your own empowerment. You could be in that divine feminine energy where you're poised, you're sexy, you're beautiful, you're nurturing, you're creative, but you're also very assertive. Not in an aggressive way. You're assertive. You know what you want. You're very clear. You state it very boldly. You know your position. You know that you got your crown on your head, man or woman, okay? And you're going to call out and declare what is not in alignment with you. So don't ever be afraid of anything outside of you. I used to have dreams. This dream was recurring where I kept on being chased. It doesn't matter. Like I would be chased. I would go to, I would have to leave my home. My family couldn't help me. Because it's like they were also like either afraid or they were, what's the term I'm looking for? Compromised, right? They couldn't help me. Then I would go to a friend's house. He'll hold me down for like a day or two, but then they'll come to his house and he's like, you gotta go. Then I'll be underground. Then I would find myself in a tunnel sleeping. Then I was always being chased. Every time I get to like the street, the cars are blocked, cops and FBI agents are running all over. And I'm like, bruh, I had that dream for years, years. I finally cleared that dream when I came here to Ghana, maybe like a year and a half ago. Okay? When I stopped running. I stopped running. Okay? And this dream stopped after a while, like maybe before 2 years ago, like I didn't have that dream for like at least 3 years, 4 years. But I think that's because I was in nursing, I was doing other things. I wasn't really consistent in my spiritual work as far as like documenting my dreams and stuff like that. Some dreams I documented, but some after you wake up and you menstruate, you micturate, you use the bathroom, okay? You do the number one, it's gone. Something about that. And it could be because of my belief tied to that, but some of them, if they're really potent, that's something you just can't forget, then cool. You can use the restroom, you're gonna remember it. But some, it's best that as soon as you wake up, you write it down. I like to verbalize it so that I don't miss any details, because sometimes my brain is running faster than my hand could handle. Okay, look, and then by the time I'm ready to read it, it's like chicken scratch. I can't even understand it, right? But anyway, I want you to know that you have that power within you, because whatever's happening spiritually and in your dreams is showing to you what's going on in your reality. It's showing to you what you're releasing in your reality. So in my dream, what I just shared with you, there's a lot going on. It's abandonment, it's neglect, it's betrayal, it's theft, right? Theft of energy, theft of belongings, theft of voice, theft of choice, right? That constantly made me feel like, what the heck? And it's also like trickery energy, manipulation, and even that whole dream was about trickery energy. You know, people trying to, and you hear a lot about things happening in the dream world. You know, when you're walking a certain path, certain things will happen to you, and it'll behoove you to start getting equipped to your spiritual gifts and what's actually going on. I'm telling you, like when I got into tarot, ooh, it really just talk about bust it baby, bust it wide, baby, open. Okay. Tarot definitely helped me. So that's why I love using tarot as a source of guide for clarity, for confirmations, not only for myself, but for other people. But that dream, with that happening, it was all of that going on. Then manipulation, misleading, a lot of misleading going on. And I'm gonna tell you, I wrote down some things, right? And I'm gonna tell you exactly. And it's so funny because I was like, I don't know if I should share this. And I was watching this video popped up of I forgot her name. What's her name? I forgot her name. She does tarot readings, and she was talking about a dream that she had, and I was like, nah, this is confirmation for me too, because I know this could help someone. When you are in certain dreams, you have the power to go back into that dream, back into those scenes, pay attention to what's going on. If you haven't, even if you paid attention the first time, be conscious in your dreams. You can wake up in your dreams and be conscious and say exactly in your own authority, in your own voice, in your own light, what it is that you need to say to break. I was so shocked when Shorty turned into black smoke. I was like, wait a minute. Which means she was weaker than that lady. She was weaker than that lady. So pay attention to people that could be being manipulated and used around your energy as you're doing this healing work. Okay, because you're doing this healing work so that you can start to magnetize to you healthier relationships, healthier partnerships, a healthier way of living, a more balanced way of living for yourself. So you can stop creating what you've been creating: loss, sadness, not being successful, not having a healthy relationship, romantic relationship. There's all types of things that's going on. And it shows up, it comes up subconsciously. So here's some things that I got from that, right? That was me showing my authority, right? Even certain powers and abilities that I had in that dream. Listen, sometimes your dream will also reveal to you who you really are, how powerful you really are. So when things are not working out in your life, certain relationships are not working out, besides the fact that, let me show you, there's this card in this deck. It's the devil card. And in this card, whenever I see this, before I thought it was addictive energy, codependent energy, just toxic energy, low vibrational energy. And it, depending on the cards around it, it definitely could mean that. But this card, she's not bothered. She doesn't even know what's going on behind her. So imagine you showing up to people and this is what they see. She doesn't even see that this is here behind her. So this could also be your own shadow protecting you, but it's also scaring people away because you're not turning around to acknowledge it, to acknowledge how powerful you are, to acknowledge the hurt. It's kind of like the hurt, the sadness, the betrayal, everything that has been happening that you didn't pay attention to, it grew. It grew into this and it's protecting you, but you're scaring people away because you haven't learned to integrate your shadow yet. So this is what it means, doing the shadow work, doing the journal, the healing work, emotional healing, chakra work, all of that. That's what it means. And it's pouring raining right now, which is all about cleansing, renewal. Okay, about to create something new for your life, because when you release, you get to open up to create something new in your life. This is probably already long, but hit the like button, subscribe so far. Thank you for watching. I really hope this is actually supporting you on your journey. Okay, not forget hope, like Dick Gregory will say, F hope. Okay, I trust that this medicine will land and support you and your cells on your spiritual journey, period. Okay, all right, so now let's get in. Look, I wish I had sleeves so I could roll up my sleeves. I want to roll up my sleeves, okay? I don't have no sleeves, but we're going to roll up some spiritual sleeves, all right? Loosen the tie. So, yeah, so that shows you how powerful you are. Spiritually, your rank. It shows you your rank. And don't think, oh, it's just a dream. You are spiritual first. You are spiritual first. Before you are a physical being, you are spiritual first, okay? I wrote different things that I was feeling or different things that this dream could mean. So this could mean something for you and what you're feeling in your daily life, right? Feeling ungrounded, abandoned, being left behind, or missing a ride, which would be like a lot of anxiety or fearful energy, right? Loss of resources. When I lost all of my things, it's like loss of an identity. This was a lost part of me that constantly was going through this. So that's lost. And that's why I wasn't so pressed to go and chase them first or to go and do anything. I had to get rid of the matter first because it was almost like trying to bring me back into a loop of forgetfulness of my power. I had to deal with that first, which means you got to go deeper. It's not about the people, places, and things that you lose. You need to go deeper to figure out what that shadow is. Figure out what that energy is. What's the sadness? What's the grief? What's the abandonment wounds? What's the neglect wounds? And then you got to consider where your family, your ancestral ties, what they had to go through, right? What you're releasing. Mind you, I'm going to tell you, oh my God, was it yesterday or 2 days ago? Yeah, I saw that I posted the Sankofa. One sec. It's right here. It's not far. Because I'm about to draw the other Sankofa. Y'all saw that I drew this, right? This is one of the Sankofa symbols here, one of the Adinkra symbols, right? Representing to remember, to return to. This is why I tell y'all, draw your sacred geometry symbols, draw your Fibonacci symbols, draw your Metatron symbols, draw them out. Draw your Eye of Horus symbols, okay? Because they activate, symbols activate something within your subconscious mind and it assists you in your healing. I used to draw the flower of life all the time. All the time. Before, when I was younger, I used to draw flowers. I'm gonna tell you what I used to draw: cars, flowers, boats, a cat, dogs, like I just freehand, and then not even like, it wouldn't be perfect, but it would be like one. I never took the pen or pencil off the drawing until I was done with the body, the outline, and then I would go in and do the eyes, the nose, or whatever. Like it would be like the whole outline of the body, and that's significant. That's significant. You could be a shell. You could have a shell of something. You could see the shell of something, but you don't see the deep inner makings of it, right? I'm also seeing that like this helps you in, even before I hit record, I was talking to myself real quick, and now I did a whole thing about talking to people that are shallow. They are surface level. you come out on the surface just to play, say what's up, check in on everybody. Then after that, somebody want to go deep with you. Oh, you want to go deep? Let's go down. Let's go deep, because the deeper layer is what you really, is the truth. The deeper layer is what's hidden, is the darkness and the light, right? You are the light about to go into the darkness. So there's nothing to fear. The deeper layer is being able to be vulnerable, being able to communicate, being able to express your deepest desires and your deepest fears, right? But during this, it's no coincidence that I had this dream to help me to remember certain things, but to also help me to release, like abandonment or anything like that that I've been talking about on this channel, right? So, but this is like, it went deep. It was in the subconscious. So there's certain residue energy that I guess I was still clearing out, especially with this full moon, the fact that it's raining. There's just a lot of symbolism, like life speaks to us, okay? Let me continue. Cleansing and renewal, the washing of the hands, and then I had the menstrual and all of that. This is releasing stagnant energy, belief of purging emotional residue. I already said that, right? Before starting something new. I said that earlier. So I love that match, the transition between different worlds also. It's like being here, I was about to go take a flight somewhere else, and then this happened where I was about to go down. It's like, it's interesting too, going to flight, like from higher self and then going down to lower self, but I wasn't guiding. I was being guided. And I'm glad I said something, because you got to pay attention to see if it's something that is supportive or if you feel weird about it. I felt weird about it. So I listened to my intuition, and then just me saying, what is this about? The lady, she already gave herself up, because she could have just answered. My guides, my team, my higher self, and my dream, like, you get answers when you ask specifically. So don't be afraid when you're doing this emotional release work, when you're releasing grief, stagnant energy. If somebody ever try to play you and make you feel less than, low self-worth, when you start to do this work and you start to have dreams, document them. Have you a dream book? Oh, it's right in my face. Duh, I'm reading from it. Have you a dream book? Okay. Write this down. All right. Now, the second dream, just the fact that I was able to say certain things, that's me stepping into my authority. And I'm glad I did, because it's like I was dispelling a spell, a misleading situation, right? Freezing time, having certain abilities to stop time, not necessarily physically, like stop time, excuse me, in this reality, but it's just more so because time isn't, in your dreams or in the spirit world, like time isn't real, right? So it's kind of like, don't think that you're in a rush to do anything. These things are going to happen in divine timing as long as you are persistent. That faith without works, this is the work. This is the work. And this is the faith part also, because allowing deeper consciousness, subconscious work, not work, but like sadness, grief, these kind of deep emotions and energy to come out and to release from you, that's having faith, because that part is not you doing it. Is you, but you're not physically doing it, unlike journaling, exercising, eating right, praying, affirming, declaring, changing your patterns, changing your habits, changing your beliefs, shifting to positive thinking. That's more you. And then that's the works, right? And then everything else is just faith and trusting that the rest will come out. When the rest comes out like this, that's how the whole equation is complete. Okay, so when I froze time, that's what it was telling me. Like, you don't need to ever rush. Don't think you're being left behind. Don't think you need to rush. Like, you are the authoritative in your life. You say what time it is for when you're ready to heal, when you're also ready to step into your embodiment. And it's not just, I'm ready, I'm tired of going through like these heartbreaks, I'm tired of, it's not just saying that. You got to do the work. Your soul will speak to the energy, to source, to the universe, to God, okay? That's going to let it know when you're ready, when you're truly ready, okay? Then when I went to the other car, it's like no one is going to be left behind. Everyone will get theirs. It's like, I'm just getting karma, okay? Whatever you sow, you shall reap. No one is going to get away with anything. So there's never a need to feel like you need to always come and express. I've been through a lot, and there's a lot that I haven't said about people that has done specific things towards me, to me, okay? And a part of me just never felt like I really needed to like say too much, even though it felt like, man, a lot of people are not getting their justice, right? But I trusted, and I know you're not getting far. You're not getting far. It's same thing, like consider Lauryn Hill. You don't know what that girl, what that lady went through when she finally had a child, and then it was like she disappeared. And now that she's back, she's still fire. She's still dope. She's still doing this work. She's still helping people to release traumas and heal and to empower themselves and to step into their light body. She's still a warrior, spiritual love, spiritual goddess. She's still that, if not even more powerful now after she had children. People was telling her, get rid of the child, do this, do that, like trying to dictate her life. But she's still powerful, and she kind of was gone for a little bit, but I'm sure everybody got their karma, and now she's back on top shining again. You like, there's no such thing as timing. Don't think you ever missed a time. Just always shine bright, always fly, always be in your own light. Keep doing the healing work for yourself. That's why people are like, oh, you started this but you didn't finish it, you did this but you just disappeared, you're not sticking to this. And it's like, I'm constantly shifting and evolving, and I honor that. And I want to honor that, because this is a walk that I'm doing. Because at the end of it all, will I be able to stand myself? Will I be able to be like, did you honor the new experiences? Were you able to let go of what you've created and manifested? Or did you hold on to it, fearing that you would lose it all? You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is an opportunity for you to evolve in this life experience. Right? So this is what you do. And even obviously the phoenix. Okay, let me read a little bit more. Growing taller. Oh yeah. Oh my God, I forgot to tell y'all. So after the first time I told the lady, what is this about? And that first lady disappeared. She bounced, right? She chickened out and turned into a whole black smoke. She wasn't strong enough. And the glitching started to happen. By the second time I asked the other lady, what is this about? I grew into a giant. I was like, I don't know, 150 feet tall, looking down at her like, what is this about? I forgot to tell y'all that part. Anyway, and that's my higher self. This is what I'm telling you, showing you how you really look, like how you really are. Remember in Avatar when he finally went through all the chakras, and then he went to go meet his higher self, and it was like this big avatar of him in the clouds, and he was like this little avatar walking. You don't know how powerful you are, man. You don't know how powerful and how beautiful this is. You don't know how powerful you are. You're exactly where you need to be. You are exactly where you need to be. Anyway, growing taller, reclaiming your divine stature, right? Giant, remembering your higher self, not forgetting, not playing small. I was playing small. I didn't ask any questions. I'm just following along, and it's like, wait. And then it's funny. Some dreams, when it's divine. When you are being led by a guide, or your own self is your own guide, or ancestors or cosmic family, whatever is supporting you. And then when something just feels off, question it. If you gotta feel weird, fear, sadness, grief, you're running around crazy, scared, those are all signs that there's things inside, emotional blockages that are trying to run to you, but you keep running away from it, right? Stop abandoning yourself. At the time, I kept on going in and out of relationships with abandonment wounds, right? And I talked to you guys about my father not being really there. And it's not to bring him down or anything like that. He had his own experience. He has his own experiences, right? His own pain and his own things that he has to heal. I don't hold anything against him. However, that trauma, I had to still clear and heal and release. And I kept on repeating it in relationships. 1 minute it would work, 1 minute it won't. And that's because of me carrying this pain and not knowing, hey, you might want to turn around. You got a little friend behind you, and you might want to talk to that guy. You might want to talk to that girl, okay? And be like, hey, what's up? You ruining my relationships, man. You ruining my money. Like, what's going on? And it's just so crazy. I'm putting it this way so you can know that it's not something scary. It's all aspects of you. Anything that makes you fearful, it's all aspects of you. We really traumatized, not traumatized. What's the word I want to say? what is it that I want to say? It's kind of like we do this to ourselves. And obviously not, right? You're born as a happy baby. Of course, experiences, your soul has to learn certain experiences, have to perhaps balance the scales from what you did the past life or whatever. You had to learn certain things from what you were projected on, a program from childhood, whatever it is. But you still get to do this work, and there's no such thing as, oh, you're 30 and you're not married or happy and have children and have a home and have this and have that like your peers. And it's like, what? My peers, a lot of them, most of them, they're not walking my path. Most of them don't even have my life path. We don't even share the same life path number. We don't share the same experiences. We don't share the same perceptions or beliefs. So how could our path even, we can't look, you know what I'm getting? It's like, remember the movie Ready Player One? How everybody, once the game started, everybody rushed out and was playing on the surface level, but he was the only one who went backwards and then ended up underneath the game, like subconscious, where nothing can touch him because he can clearly see the goal. He sees everything else, but nothing can even harm him at all. Like he was like created his own path. We don't compare. You understand what I'm saying? So don't ever make anyone make you feel less than because you don't compare. You don't go through the same things. I digress. So after I turned into this giant, I was like, in my dream, I was like, it was so funny. And it's like my spirit was inspiring me. Okay, I was so excited. Anyway, the black smoke, I think I already said that. That's like releasing deception and parasitic energy, right? Even with the glitching and everything. When I called on who I called on, okay, that was me, because they represent like transformation and also the lower realms, right? Good luck, like I said earlier, good luck. This is me utilizing alchemy. This is me transmuting energy, and you have the ability and the power to transmute energy, not only with your words, more so with your words, but with your awareness, with your consciousness. You can you can't let the TV tell you, hey, I remember one time I was in Haiti with my family, and some people was calling us, hey, y'all okay? Because in the news they're saying there's a flood and it's really bad, and we're kind of afraid for you. And I sent them a picture. The sun is shining, the birds are flying, the sky is blue. It's a nice sunny day out today. We about to I'm about to get some cherries off the cherry tree. And they're like, what? I'm like, don't believe everything that you see. Don't believe everything that someone is showing to you. Even in relationships, someone is not showing up in a certain way. They could be going through their own thing and it has nothing to do with you. That's why I always suggest to keep reading the 4 agreements, because you really don't want to take a lot of these things personally. Some people, they want you to take things personally so that you could take their pain away and now it becomes your pain. No. You have your I am sovereign and I am free. Okay? I am sovereign and I am free. I do not have time to go and try to help you take on your own burden. Like, you can take on your own burden. I got my own burden to carry. Okay, I'm getting 10 of wands, 9 of wands energy.
It's 13 hours.
Period. 13 hours as divine feminine energy. I'm nurturing myself and my own. Okay, so that I can inspire and assist you by me being. Not just doing, but me being, and mostly me being. Okay, the doing is in the work that I have to do within myself. I digress. Okay, I'm getting excited. All right, now the white phoenix. White is rebirth, purification, and I keep getting that word. You might be getting that word a lot in your dreams and movies, and video titles, whatever that you're seeing, right? Purification, you're being purified, and that was a symbol of me purifying that belief, cleansing that, right? And I was doing a lot of work around that: self-worth, abandonment, neglect, not feeling good enough, lack mentality, just releasing all of that. And this is how it shows up when it's like finally clearing up. Okay, so this is a spiritual rebirth, transmuting darkness into light, shedding old survival patterns, all of those kind of things. Okay, no longer being left behind, but stepping more into your commanding energy, your authority energy. So I'm telling y'all to tell you this. Your dreams, number one, is always going to assist you when you're doing your healing work. Jot down your dreams. I do dream interpretation as well. Feel free to reach out to me if you need a little bit more assistance. I love to do dream interpretations. It's just so it's so dope to me how subconsciously we're just never really alone. We really have like all the tools that we need. We really have all the tools that we need with the assistance of others as well. People that's done it before, people that are skilled, people that you can trust, people that are bought into your reality. And then it doesn't even just have to be people that have specific services and skills to help you. It could be a random person, a random Jane, a random Joe can teach you something if you can surrender. Ooh, look at that. We celebrating. Hey, what we celebrating? Me, hey, you, hey, holla. You saw that? How did I do that? Was it happy fingers? What was it? Was it like this? Was it like this? Oh, damn. Oh, it's all good. It was good. It felt good, though. I hope you enjoyed that yourself. I don't know if you saw it, though. I'm going to have to watch the video. I'm going to have to watch the video. Anyway, you're never alone. You're always protected. And the whole point is for you to always release and to heal and do this healing work, okay? No longer needing to prove your worth to anybody, no longer needing to put so much effort into people, places, and things that is not supporting, aligning, or showing you the same type of energy. A lot of these things will show up in your dreams, in other ways too, in your experiences with other people. Some type of claircognizance, clairvoyance, some type of other spiritual gift that you may have, or anything like that. It's just going to show up to you. You just want to pay attention to it and allow it, surrender to it, okay? Man, that white phoenix, it was so big. I was like, what in the world? I didn't even know phoenixes could be white. But I'm not surprised, because a few months ago I had a dream where an aspect of me also came out to protect me, and she had all white. She looked like you know who she looks like? What's her name from Marvel? What's her name? Damn it. What's her name? And that, I know there's a lot of women Marvel. Okay, specifically the Avengers, okay? The girl that fights. I should know. This is so embarrassing. Hold on, I gotta get the name. I should know. I'm getting red something like the Phoenix or something. Hold on. I'm so sorry. This I should be. Look, I'm ashamed of my damn self. I'm an Avengers fiend. Okay. And for me not to know her name right now, Scarlett Johansson. Okay, yeah, Natasha Romanoff. But what was her name? What was her name in the movie? I know it was Natasha Romanoff, but character name. Because I know they did a movie, Black Widow. Black Widow, right? So yeah, it's like she was her, but she was all white, had a white hoodie and everything. And then we went to like a dope house. That was a whole different dream. It was dope. It was dope, but it was teaching me a lot about things that I was releasing at the time. So yeah, I don't know how long this video is, but I just wanted to come on here to let you know, listen, you are amazing. You are super dope. I want you to stand in your power and know who you are. Your dreams will always show you your higher self, but more importantly, like, it will show you what you're releasing. And that's something you want to pay attention to. Don't ever fear like you're doing all this work and you don't see anything happening. No, things are happening. Just because you don't see it yet doesn't mean it's not gonna show up to you. You're gonna change. Your habits are gonna change. Your energy is gonna change. Your responses are gonna change. Your patterns are gonna change. Okay, and it's worth it. It's so worth it, because you get to step into a more integrated version of yourself, right? Where, you know what, I'm more empowered when I step into this energy where I'm integrated with things that are hidden within me, as opposed to living this life and thinking nothing is happening, because of whatever reason. It all stems from you. It all stems from you. So why not make it fun? Why not make it exciting? Why not start to draw different things, draw different symbols that support you? Why not start to, do anything that you're being called to do? All right, I'm not gonna limit you or anything like that. But the whole purpose of this video was to just inspire you and to let you know, listen, you can use your dreams, especially if you're in a fearful dream, something is happening to you, you're being chased. The way that you take your power back and you empower yourself is you stand up, you stop being chased, you stop walking. I remember one time in one of those chasing dreams, I turned around to the officer that kept on chasing me. I'm like, what do you want? I was like, what do you want? Why are you chasing me? And you know what he said? We've been looking for you. Like, he needs my help. He needs my help. Okay? I was like, what? It's like, yeah, like we've been looking for you. And it's like he needed my help to take certain things down. So I was like, I remember waking up like, so you bring the entire army behind me? Like you take the entire army, it's freaking all the three FBs and CIs and all of them, like what in the world? It was crazy. And a lot of our dreams are just showing us how powerful we are, and we keep running away from that power. What's trying to be healed, and we keep running away from that healing. I really hope you're dreaming, and if you're not, start drinking um mullein works too, but mullein is not mullein. What are you talking about? Mullein is for the lungs. What's the name of this thing? Mugwort. And there's others too that you can drink, but start drinking mugworts to help you with your dreams. And as if you used to dream and you don't see that you can dream anymore, start drinking mugwort. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. Okay, I don't want to drag this any longer, but this is the whole point of the dream. You can empower yourself. You turn around, you face that energy. It's not really a DEMON. It's just you. It's not really a DEVIL. It's just you operating in the opposite of that, which is lived, right? LIVED is trying to integrate with you. The dead part of you is trying to integrate with the life part of you. It's like, hey, I want to be alive too. Take me with you, chasing you, running after you, ruining your relationships, ruining your money. You're not going anywhere until you face me. Face it. You can. Trust me, believe me, you can. I'm telling you right now, you can. There's nothing that you cannot do. There's nothing that you cannot do. Okay. Make sure you go and check out the self-worth and stability embodiment movement video that I just posted. Also, I did the soft is a new strong. I talk about a little bit more with the divine feminine energy and how to take that energy back. Okay. And then if you haven't yet, go check out the You're the Plug video. Right now, if I could post it, I'm gonna put it right here somewhere towards the end to see if that's gonna show up for y'all. Right over here. All right, see y'all there. Peace out. I love you.